My lords, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the jungle. This is episode 21, I believe, of our Feralisk infested ideology playthrough on Rimworld. Cast your mind back to the last episode, it was a very memorable one. We lost our first colonist, didn't we? Poor old Weasel was slain during a raid on our base. As I said, I have off camera sorted out all the mess that was generated from that little battle that we had, and poor old Weasel has now been interred in a nice slate, well, I say nice, it's poor quality, but in a slate sarcophagus in what is our little temple area. I did off camera, and I wish I'd done it on camera, but I'm sure there'll be future funerals we can attend. But yes, I did host a funeral as per our ideology for Weasel. Interestingly, I did notice that this is an artistic design, and it's all about Sanford and Weasel gamboling in bed between the sheets, which never happened due to Sanford's ideological beliefs. But I thought that was quite humorous, that's what they'd opt to carve in her sarcophagus, something that never happened. So every time Sanford now comes to pay his respects to his departed lover, he's going to be reminded of what could have been, which is a little bit evil. Who actually crafted this? It was Python. Well, Python, that's just mean. Anyway, as per usual, no real plans for today because, you know, Randy Random decides to, well, he tells me what I'm planning to do today, doesn't he? But what I would like to address is we had a comment in either the last episode or the one previous to that about having an access corridor into this little area here, which would allow our rhinos to roam the map. And what we would do is we would have it as a trapped corridor. That way, if any raiding parties were to spawn up in this area, they would take the trapped corridor to access our base, and that would help thin out the herd, so to speak. It was also suggested, how about we look at taming these rhinos? And given that we have plenty of food on hand these days, that's actually not a bad idea at all. Now, if we look at our colonists that we have available, including Larden, our slave, in terms of animal handling, our best colonist for this job would be Riser by quite a distance, as she has a handling skill of 10. So what we're going to do is boost that to high priority for Riser, and I think we'll actually go ahead and attempt to tame ourselves a couple of animals. I don't know what the rhinos would... Can you get milk from a rhino? I am not entirely sure. I don't know if it actually tells you what resources... Obviously, I know you can get leather when you slaughter them, but we wouldn't be nurturing them to slaughter. We would, although we could. It's an option, and they do drop a nice amount of leather and meat. We could use them as a pack animal. As we can see, they have a nice carry capacity. So if we were to start doing travels further afield, then we could certainly take advantage of that. What handling skill does it require here? Does it say anywhere? Let's just have a quick look through. 9, so we can, as it stands, use Riser to tame the rhinos. Do we have a male and a female? That would be perfect if we did. Nope, they're all male. Well, that's not ideal, because we'd want them to breed, so we could slaughter the elder ones for their meat and leather. Okay, let's try something else then. How many elephants are on the map? Let's have a look. And we do have male and females, as we can see. What handling skill do they require? And again, they drop a nice amount of meat and leather, as we can see, which is great. They have a handling skill of 7, so they should be easier to tame, and they can be used as a pack animal. In fact, they have a higher carry capacity. So why don't we go ahead then and tame ourselves a couple of elephants. Now what we're going to need is somewhere to stable them, and given that we have this large protected but open area down here, this is an ideal place for the elephants, I believe, or any animals that we tend, or that we will be. Oh god, we've got another raid, and they're attacking immediately. Hopefully it goes a little better than last time. How many are there? Looks like just the 4 of them. And what are they equipped with? Okay, nothing too dangerous there, or there, or there, or there. Well, in that case, I think we're going to be okay handling this raid. However, we're going to want to open this door and keep it held open. And hopefully that will encourage at least some of them to take the trapped corridor. So who's our closest colonist to there? In fact, we could use Riser. What we could do is send Riser through this door, run her down here, and then run back, and then close that door behind her. Let's see if that will work. Thankfully, she hasn't been targeted by any junglisks. Okay, so she's encountered the raiding party, as we can see. So what we'll do is we'll send her through this way. And given that they've now spotted Riser, you'd imagine, yes, they are coming down this way. Are they all coming down this way, though? That's the question. There were 4 of them. Yes, number 4 is opting to come this way through and breach our wall over here. However, I don't think they're going to get a chance because, yep, there we go. We've killed 3 of them. The remaining, get your words out, man. Raider Vol is now fleeing in panic, as we can see. So that was a relatively straightforward raid for us to handle. No real issues with that. Shall we? No, I was going to say, shall we harvest their organs? However, we have nowhere to store them on ice or refrigerated at the moment, so they would perish very quickly, I would imagine. So we're not going to harvest them this time. What we are going to do is queue up the production of a couple of graves. And in fact, we may as well get quite a few queued up because the raids seem to be coming thick and fast at the moment. Ooh, we have one who isn't dead yet, bleeding out in 3 hours. Let's just take a look at them. Could we enslave them? They're a member of our ideology. Decent shooting and blah blah. Yeah, plants isn't bad and they do have a passion for it. What's their... Oh, here we go. Oh, they have decent traits. Health-wise, oh, they've lost a leg. Okay, well, if it wasn't for that, I'd be very tempted to, yes, to capture that little raider there, but as it stands, I don't think we're going to. Let's just close that door off, shall we? Python, you can now become undrafted. You're going to make way down that way. Lardin, you were the target of it. Oh, God. Oh. I thought that had pounced on him. As we can see, it has not. However, there is one in quick pursuit. Okay. How much do we want to save our slave? Well, Garcia, you're pretty close, as is James. Let's have a go. We may as well do our best to save him. Let's send these 2 out and see if we can fend off this jungleisk just enough for Lardin to get to safety. No, you don't want to melee attack the jungleisk. You want to fire at the jungleisk. Okay, Lardin is down. There we go. So jungleisk revenge. That's now hopefully going to target Garcia. Indeed it is. So we'll have Garcia just fall back a little. Here come the webs. So Garcia is stunned, but obviously James is on hand to protect her while she is stunned. Okay, so we've got it bleeding out. We might need a bit of backup here. Leslie, get out here and just provide a little bit of cover. Garcia's back in the fight. Oh, James is down. Okay. All this for a slave. Leslie, get out here. Garcia is also... Oh, there we go. Leslie comes in with the shotgun to save the day. Okay, now we need to get these guys rescued. So, stabilize and then stabilize. Oh, they're not bleeding out too quickly. I think it's just the acid burn that's the problem. Do we have anybody else who could tend and help tend? Sanford, how is your medical skill? That's not bad at all. So you head out here and stabilize Garcia for me as well. Where is Larden? There you are. Oh, you're bleeding out in 2 hours. Okay. Leslie, get down there. Hopefully we can stabilise him before he dies. 1 hour. I think we should be... Yeah, we're going to be on top of this. What we don't want is this junglist to get back up. I don't think... Oh, no, we've lost James. Oh, God. I didn't see that coming. That's a shame. That is a big shame. Oh, well. So be it. Oh, God, the junglist is back up, although it's going to consume James with the looks of it, so I think it's not going to take an interest in us. Hopefully not. No, it's gone to sleep. Okay, hopefully then we can keep Garcia and Larden alive. Everything is now asleep, so we don't have to worry about that. Larden, are you fully stabilised? Well, you've got toxic build-up, which is to be expected. Right, let's have you return him to his slave bed so he can rest. Garcia, you're the one we definitely want to keep alive because you're a brilliant researcher. You've got acid burns all over your body. Right, we also want to... In fact, yes, we want to haul his corpse back inside. We don't want it to be left outside at the mercy of any hungry junglisks that are about to wake up. So let's... No, we can't haul... Right, what we're going to need then... Well, we could temporarily bury James here and then exhume him for a better burial over here. So we'll do that. Python, could you prioritise burying James? I'm really disappointed that James died. I did not see that coming at all. Thank you, Randy. Python's just stealing a bit of food there, what Garcia had, but that's okay. Riser, what are you up to? Your feed... Oh, you're going to feed Larden. Okay. My God, this is... I think we're on top of all the acid burns. A lot of them are now tended. Not the best 10 qualities, as we can see. Oh, Garcia is affected by... I guess there's going to be an infection. Indeed, it is, and it's in her eye. Right, what we're going to do then... Leslie, what are you doing? You're sleeping. Right, you are our best healer, so we need you to come down and... Where are we? We want you to stabilise Garcia instead of Sanford, please. You don't have to be drafted to do it. There we go, that's 19% 10 quality on the infection. The acid burns are not 22%, 3.4%, 43%. My God, she's just covered in bandages. Okay, Garcia is the target of a jungleisk. So we might have to be quick here. Which one is it? I'm not sure. I don't see one nearby, so I think we are okay for the time being. Right, I think at this point we can rescue Garcia to get her back inside. There we go. Right, we need to haul these in as well. We should be able to get them before a jungleisk attacks us. Larden, how are you doing? Are you recovering nicely? Not bad, not bad. Your nose has been shattered, which is not nice, but I don't think that's life-threatening. Right, so one thing we're going to need to do, which I wasn't expecting to do today, is bury James. So let's get him a slate sarcophagus. And again, we'll pop it in our little temporary religious building, or cave, as I suppose it's a better term for it. Have the guns been hauled in? No, they haven't, not yet. Okay, Leslie, can you prioritise hauling those for me, please? Yes, you're going to be a target, but you should be back in plenty of time. There we go. And then we'll disallow that door. We'll also disallow this door, just so nobody wanders down here and triggers the junglisks to come through our little trapped area. Oh, the spike traps have been reinstalled. I didn't notice that, so thank you, whoever took care of that. Garcia, how are you doing here? I think all your wounds have been tended to, so now it's just a case of bed rest for you. Do you need some food? No, you've been fed, so that's okay. Alright, so there we go. That was an interesting start to events today. Thank you for that, Randy Random. All for the sake, so we lost James for our slave. That's a little annoying, isn't it? James was really good at the old planting and harvesting. Does that mean we have to re-evaluate our harvesting priorities? Not really, no. Leslie and Rise are both set to 1. So I think we're okay. But yes, rather annoying. Obviously at the moment I don't think we have anyone assigned to cooking duties. Rise, we're going to have to bump you up to level 1. The handling and taming of the animals is going to wait for a little while until we get back on our feet. I think what we're going to do for the next couple of days is just stay in the safety of our little compound. Hopefully don't have any raids or anything. We probably will. But yeah, we'll stay in our little safe area. Let our colony get re-established and settled, because we've gone from 7 colonists and 1 slave to 5 colonists and 1 slave. Well. It wouldn't be Rimworld if that didn't happen, would it, I suppose? So, can't really complain. Okay, what's happening here? What are you tending to at the moment? Oh, you just tended to her infection. Oh, yes, we need to be careful of that, don't we? We definitely want to keep Garcia alive, so let's keep an eye on that. Larden can now get up and walk about, which is good, but he'll probably opt to bed rest due to his injuries. We definitely want Garcia to be bed resting, because we definitely want her infection to be beaten. So it's a 5 or 6% difference at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens over the next couple of hours. Hopefully a decent round of treatment next time around will give her a nice boost. Is that James's sarcophagus being constructed? It is, by Riser. No, we have no water in there, do we not? Why not? Okay, so now we've researched siege equipment, so we'll take a moment and just decide what we want next. Let's have a look. Shall we go for, what's artisan furniture? Oh, that's all royal beds and tables, which I believe require gold to construct, which we don't have access to. At least I haven't found any yet. Anything else? We could do leather tanning. That'd give us better clothing if we wanted to. Or we could just get rid of some of these, get them out of the way, such as artful display, monuments and the likes. In fact, we'll do that, and I think, let's have a look. How far through are we at the minute? I think the next technology in this branch will then unlock the industrial branch, which, as we can see, does unlock electricity. So that's probably not a bad one to go for. Okay, I'm just looking at Garcia's infection here, and it does appear as though the immunity is ever so slowly catching up on the infection spread, and we can tend once again in the next couple of hours. As we can see, 2 more hours. So we're going to keep Leslie on hand. In fact, what we can do... Ooh, we can preach health. Oh, god damn it, no we can't. Never mind. Could we do... Is there anything that Leslie can do? She can counsel. Well, that's more about their mood. Reassure. Boost certainty. And obviously convert. We know what that does. Well, can we convert her while she's down? Why not? Python, can you do anything? No, not really. Never mind. So 36%, that's a nice drop. Is she now ready for her next round of treatment? Let's have a look. 1 hour. We'll keep this open and we can watch it tick down, because we want to get it straight away. Rice rotting away, no problem. Not bothered about that. Okay, get ready. Here we go. Leslie. Prioritize tending to Garcia, please. Larden's got food poisoning. Not really bothered by that. Who needs rescue? Larden. Okay. Python. You go and rescue him. Leslie, are you on your way to treat Garcia? Yep, and you're using some herbal medicine. Hopefully, we'll get a decent round of treatment here. 46% is not bad at all. As we can see, the immunity is now catching. It's only 2 percentage points away. So hopefully we will just about outstrip it. Okay, we've constructed James's slate sarcophagus, as we can see. It's of good quality. I don't think that really makes a difference. Which one of these is James's grave? It's this one here. So what we'll do is overnight, because we don't want to risk another jungleisk attack, is we'll send Python out to exhume James and bring him over to his final resting place over here. It's obviously slightly disrespectful to have to exhume him, but it's better than leaving him to be consumed by the wildlife in the jungle. An animal treatment, I'm not really bothered by that. How are you doing? Oh, there we go, it's just caught up. So I think over the next couple of hours, the immunity should start to really outpace the infection spread, which is definitely what we want. And Garcia might just make it. It's going to be close, but I think she is going to make it. Larden, what's wrong with you? Can we do anything to help you? Can we treat you? No, we can clean your feces, which is pleasant. Right, what time is it? 9 o'clock, so it's still not time to head out. Everything is still awake. Oh, one thing I did want to do today is, if I can get a chance amongst everything else that's going on, is if we have the materials available, is to construct a slave collar. Yes. And we want to equip that onto Larden, and that will suppress him and stop him from wanting to riot or try and escape, or at least it should help mitigate any intentions that he may have on that front. Python, what are you doing? I'm going to have to wake you up in a minute, I'm afraid. Have a bite to eat. Right, can you... Oh, we need material. What are we attempting to make it out of? What do you need? Well, you could use steel. What do you mean you need resources? We have steel. Oh, we need leather as well. Okay. Right. So that's going to have to wait. Well, since you're up, Python, we do need you to open up James's grave and give him a proper burial. And if we deconstruct that, and then... No, we don't need to drop your rifle. What we want you to do is bury No, not there, not there. So deconstruct the grave first of all. And now can you prioritise burying There we go. Now he should be going to... Yep, he's going to the sarcophagus. Is there anybody else who can warden at the moment? I don't think so. Leslie can. Right, you go and suppress Larden just to keep his suppression down. 52%. There we go. Don't want to have him try and break out or anything like that. Python, what are you doing? Right, what we want to do now... Well, first of all, we want to check on Garcia. We have the immunity. Excellent. At 94%, perhaps it was a little bit higher. Obviously, it does start to drop once you get the immunity. But she will make it. Which is fantastic. That's really, really good. Right, so what we're going to do now... Garcia, I don't want you to attend this. We need... Oh. See, before, I could organise a funeral, but it seems that this time I cannot. Perhaps it's because he's been reburied. Maybe you have to do it at their first grave or something, I'm not sure. Never mind, I'm sure we'll lose another colonist at some point. Hopefully not in this episode, we've already lost one. We're going to have to try and get our numbers back up. The base is a disgrace. Larden, that's your job, you need to get out of here and clean, but I suppose you are ill, so... I will allow it. The acid burns that Garcia suffered have started to subside, as we can see. She's only got a few left that are affecting her, which is good. Her infection is dropping nicely as well. So in fact, I think what we can do... Oh, you cannot walk. Oh, you're still incapacitated. Sorry, I was going to make you do some cooking, but you can't. How cruel of me. Sanford, could you just do a bit of cleaning before you go to bed, please? Just to spruce things up just a little. Okay, so Python, you're researching. Leslie, what are you up to? You're going to tend to Larden. Fair enough. There we go. How are you doing? Yeah, not bad. Oh, was it your benign growth that we were tending there? Okay, you cannot suppress him at the moment, which is fine. I was just going to have you do that if you could, but you cannot. Could we convert Larden? His suppression is 43%. I know what we can do. This is something else I read. To help keep them suppressed, is we can put skull spikes down. So if we allow use of that door, in fact, no, we'll disallow it because we don't want the junglist to come through and waste our steel by triggering the traps. But once it's safe overnight, we'll open this door, and then we have 3 skulls here. And if we drop some skull spikes in his room, it should keep his terror level quite high, which will then, of course, keep him suppressed. At least that's the plan. We also, in fact, we have a grave here that we could use. Do we have any other graves in this area? I don't think that we... Oh, yes. Let's open a couple of these graves. And we'll have some skull spikes put down in here. Leslie, what are you doing? Could you please just get this done as a priority? I'd like to get this done ASAP. Just to ensure... Oh, there. Yep, there's the body. I wonder where the body had gone. So if you prioritise opening those graves, and then Python, you should now be able to complete or construct a skull spike. And what are they in? Are they miscellaneous? I think they are. Skull spike. There we go. We don't have any skulls stored. Well, I think they will just... No, don't build it there. I imagine Python will just go ahead and use that one. No, okay. Oh, there we go. We have to extract the skull. I remember. Colonist is not willing to extract skull from corpse missing pro skull site. Yep, Spulskike. We'll call it that from now on. Pro Spulskike preset. Leslie, you're the same ideologist. You won't be able to do it. Larden, could we make you do it? No. Sanford. Yes. Sorry to wake you up to do this, but here we go. Now, Python, you should be able to work on the skull spike. There we go. And then tonight, Sanford, you're going to be getting more skulls. We're going to get these 2 skulls here. There we go. Right, so now, when Larden is in here, his terror should build up a little bit. And that should then reduce the interval between rebellion, although his, as we can see, his suppression rate has fallen just now. So what we need to do, Garcia, given your high social skill, are you going to have a better impact on suppressing Larden? Let's find out. Larden, where are you? Where's he gone? Where has he gone? Where are you? Oh, you were right there. I don't know why I didn't see you. What an idiot. No, don't. Okay, so you cannot, Leslie. No. Maybe you can only do it every so often. There must be a cooldown, I imagine. But anyway, now that Garcia can get up and walk about a bit, we can have her resume her cooking duties. Sanford, are you awake yet? Not yet, although you will be momentarily. There we go. In fact, Garcia, what are you doing? We really need you to come and do a bit of cooking for us. Everybody's getting food poisoning because one of our incompetent cooks has had to take charge. So refuel and then cook, please. Sanford, you are now awake. Could you extract these skulls, please? Ah, yes, you have to. That's right, I remember. There we go. Sanford, come and knock yourself out, pulling a few skulls out. Very Predator-esque. There we go, so that's 2 more skulls. Those corpses can now be reburied, I imagine. In the meantime, what we're going to do is drop down a couple more skull spikes in Larden's barracks. Like so. Python, can you work on those for me? They did seem very quick to build, so it shouldn't take too long. And then we'll see what sort of effect this is going to have on the terror rating here. Food binge. Garcia is having a food binge. Okay, that's a shame, but we have plenty to accommodate that, I suppose. Python. Oh, yep, you're hauling the wood. That's one. Is this affecting your terror level? No. Well, we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens anyway. These need reburying. Who's awake? Ariza, you can come and rebury these for me. 1 and 2 and 3. There we go. So at the moment we have no food available. Well, we have 2 meals in stock. Although Garcia is probably going to get rid of those pretty quickly in her food binge. Never mind. Hopefully this picking out mental state won't last for too much longer. We can get her back to full effectiveness. How is her health? Let's have a quick look. And the infection's nearly gone, as are the 3 acid burns that she has left. So I think we're all good. Garcia should be back to full health pretty soon. Larden. Yeah, a few stab wounds still to dissipate. And you've got food poisoning, which we can't do much about, but never mind. Missing well. Pumps require a piped well to access groundwater. Well, we must have a well because we have plenty of water stored. And, you know, the water's being used every time we wash our hands and the like, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe it's because of this. Well, we don't really need that. We can deconstruct that, let's be honest. That's because I built the wrong thing originally, if you remember. Okay, Garcia is no longer picking out, which is great. So she should now... What are you going to do? Rest? No, you're not. You're going to cook. Get all that food back that you just consumed. Still 0% terror. And the rebellion's not too bad. Oh, it goes up and down quite a lot, doesn't it? What's it based on? Mood, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right, okay. Leslie, are you yet able to... In fact, why don't we get Garcia to suppress? We'll try and see if she has a better effect. I think Garcia got 20% suppression. 73. Yes, that's better. Now you can carry on your cooking duties. Leslie, can you convert yet? Not yet. 70%. Larden's got food poisoning. Oh, well. I think we can attempt a conversion. Yes. It will be available in 21 hours. Okay. Yes, we could attempt to convert Garcia here as well as having Leslie do her efforts through the social interaction. So hopefully that would, yeah, that was something else that was pointed out in the comments. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get Garcia joining the food. That's because of that there. Hopefully get Garcia joining the religion pretty soon. Ah, I know what we could do here. Garcia, you should be able to calm him down. You are pretty good at the social skill. Let's have a look. Nope, didn't work, but it was worth a try. Yes, as I was saying, we can attempt to convert Garcia here as well. So what we'll do is when what's her current certainty? Let's have a look. 39%. So we're getting lower. We are making decent progress, even if it is a case of 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But when it gets to, say, about 20% or 30%, we'll have a go at doing this interaction down here and seeing what that does for us. Our research is nearly finished. Now, I think this should tick us over into the industrial era. Let's have a look. There we go. Research complete. Artful display. Let's go to the research screen. Can we now unlock electricity? Not yet. We must need 1 more. Let's have a look. Ah, we're at 66. It needs to exceed 66. Well, never mind. Let's do another quick cheap one. I think these were quite quick. Noble Apparel, Royal Apparel, and Harpsichord. Is it Harpsichord or Harpsichord? Harpsichord. There we go. Let's do that one. Only 400 points. Should get that done pretty quickly. But that's going to be in the next episode. We're going to leave it here for today, I think. Again, well, it started off very eventful, then seemed to calm down quite nicely, and we've re-established ourselves a little. We could do with boosting our numbers once again, but we'll do that, hopefully, next time we have a raiding party pay us a visit. We can capture a few prisoners. One thing we do need to do is actually construct a few prison cells for any future prisoners that we want to take hostage. while we attempt to break their will and have them join our colony, if they're suitable, of course, and if they have a decent skill set and they don't have any alarming traits. But that's all for the future. So thank you very much for watching. All that means for me to say is, as always, ladies and gentlemen, take very good care of yourselves. It's ta-ta for now.